Hey guys, so today is a little get ready with me, fall style. I'm going to be using a little bit more of a fall color palette. I'm very excited to transition finally. It's raining today, it's gloomy and hurricaney. So today is going to be a fall look. I hope it's fun for you to watch. So I've already primed and moisturized my face. I'm going to go ahead and add a layer of YSL Top Secrets primer. It's sort of like a primer skincare combination in a brush format, which I don't like, but the texture of the product is awesome. And for my dry skin, it's really a godsend. It does have a scent to it, and it really smooths out the texture of the skin because I like to wear a very minimal amount of face makeup usually, so I prefer things that look quite natural, and so if you get the texture of your skin, then you can pinpoint conceal and really achieve a pretty natural look on the skin. It's really lovely how this glides on. So I'm almost done with it too. There's really not very much left. Maybe this much. I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel here. I'm going to go ahead and take my Bobbi Brown corrector and blend a little bit under the eyes just to correct any darkness, very minimally today because I don't seem to have very much going on under the eyes. And I'll use the same corrector actually around my nose today because I'm not pulling for another concealer. And this corrector is peachy, but it's close enough to my skin tone to give me a little bit of coverage where I need it in terms of not necessarily correction, but concealing as well. Of course, I would recommend if you need a real concealer, then go for that. I have a little friend over here that I'm going to go ahead and conceal with Benefit concealer. I have a duo, Lemonade and Boing. I'm going to go ahead and dip my finger into Boing and sort of give myself a pat down of the redness. I'm not crazy about concealing it completely, but just a little bit so that it doesn't stand out quite as much. There's nothing else that I'm going to use in terms of color correction or concealing on my face. I'm going to go ahead and take my Chanel Soleil Teint de Chanel bronzer, Bronze Universal, and I am also on the last leg for that. There's not much left. I'm going to apply it today. Actually, I think I'm going to apply it with my finger. I'll show you how it works. Because I'm going to powder over it, I don't mind a little bit of a stronger color, and it blends lovely. Just very easy to use, as you can see. I'm not contouring with it. I'm really sort of using it as a bronzing color. This is a bronzing base, so I guess I'm using it as intended. So I'm just sort of blending it on the perimeter of the face to give myself a little bit more color, a little bit more shape to the face maybe. And I'm going to put it also at the temples. And you can see that I'm not really being very precise about the blending. It's pretty haphazard, and that's the point of this product. It's supposed to be easy, and that's how I like my products to be. I want them to be easy to use. You can always throw a little bit under the chin. Not necessary, but I like to do that. And I'm done with that for now. I think what is going to pull all of this together is a bit of powder. Before that, I will go ahead and take some of the matte soft ochre and blend it over the lids because I will be using somewhat of a brighter shadow today, which doesn't happen too often. So I want a little bit of a blank out on the actual lid. So that's satisfactory. Now I'm going to go ahead and powder. So I will powder with my ambient lighting powder in diffuse light. I also hit pan on that. That's going to come into my project pan, and I'm going to go ahead and finish it off pretty soon. I'm going to take my brush, dip in, and powder all over my skin. This doesn't really have coverage. It does have a really nice finish, but like I said, I'm going for a very natural face today. No coverage required. This brush sheds a ton. This is a Morphe M553. I love the shape, but it sheds so badly that I'm at this point, I think, going to toss it. I can't deal. Several hairs fall out every time I powder. It's really annoying. So, you know, again, I'm for easy makeup. Makeup is not supposed to be a struggle, and this brush is making it a bit more of a struggle than it needs to be. I'm making sure to get my lids as well, so everything blends nicely over it. You know, after powdering, it really blends together any kind of a leftover bronzer. So now it looks all uniform and very much like skin. You cannot see really product, and my freckles peek through. See what I mean? Shed all over my face. See, my redder spots still peek through, but it is a super natural look. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my Chanel blush in Joue Contraste blush in 55 in Love, and an angled brush, and I'm going to give myself a little bit of a blush down. And I like to pat it onto the apples of the cheek, just for a fresh-faced look. This is a very nice buildable blush color, and it's very fall appropriate to me. It's like a peachy terracotta color, and surprisingly it looks good with pretty much every makeup look that I've ever done with this blush. And today you see I wear burgundy, but still the blush has this slight bit of sheen. It just looks really natural and healthy on the face. So I'm quite impressed with this particular color. I really like it. I don't know if it's permanent or not. I'll have to look into it. So the basic stuff is done. I'm going to go heavier on the brows today. So I'm going to take my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade because the rest of the face is pretty natural. I do want to accentuate brows just a little bit. Like I always do, I'm dipping in with my angled brush. I'm wiping it off into the cap, and I am adding color through my brow. And again, I usually prefer a bit more natural brow look, but today I want brows to be, my eyes to be the focus, and brows to be a nice frame to that focus. I'm definitely making a bit of an effort with my eye color today. And again, fall is here, for me at least, and with the kind of weather we've been getting. So it's not cold out, but it's definitely nice and muggy and rainy and all of these things. It doesn't feel like a summer hurricane. It feels like definitely fall. So I'm just throwing this color right through my brow. You can see that they're pretty stark right now, and that's fine. That's kind of what I'm going for today. So it looks unusual with the eyes undone, but we're gonna fix that. Next, I'm going to brush through my brows. So I'm gonna take my Dior pencil and take a spoolie from that because I love that spoolie. This is the best spoolie ever. And just brush through. It doesn't really do much except lay the hairs really nice and flat. And I'm gonna fix them in place with a brow gel. This is a Brow Now from Estee Lauder. Nice brow gel, nothing to write home about, but it works very well. But you know, nothing earth-shattering, if you know what I mean. So now let's go for the eyes. This is gonna be the most fun part. I will use my single, this is a Makeup Forever palette for shadows, magnetized one, and these are some singles from The Balm, from Stila, from Inglot, just a mixed bag of things really. And I'm going to, do you see what I'm going to be going for? You see these beautiful reddy colors that are going to go perfectly with my look. So first and foremost, I'm going to take my fluffy brush. This is Real Technique base shadow brush. I will pick this mauve color, I think, for my blending color, like a transitional color, and throw it into the crease. This blends so beautifully. These are the big ones are the Stila shadows, really nice colors. I don't remember what they are. I'm sorry, I can't give you names, but these are so neutral. Like, I bet you have that sort of a color in your palette from whatever brand you prefer to use it from. It really doesn't matter. So here's my transition shade on. And this is really just to give me a little bit of play space and something to work with already. It's really pretty. I'm going to go ahead and take this cranberry shade onto my brush, and I'm going to give my eyes, my mobile lid, a wash of color. And I don't care that I'm dipping the brush in multiple colors. It's fine. It looks just nice anyway, so I'm not worried about that. And so it's a wash of color all over my lid basically, and it's a beautiful cranberry shimmery shade. I also want to go a little bit on the lower lash line with the same color as well. I'm going to take now this darker burgundy-like color. Again, the same brush. You don't need to hustle with a huge number of brushes. And I'm going to put it sort of on the outer corner, just for a little bit of depth, and I'm going to build it up. So I'm going to put it on both eyes, and you see that I'm just sort of blending in circular motions. All of them blend very nicely together. You don't have to be super precise. You can go back and blend it out later. So I've deposited a little bit of color, and I think I'm going to deposit a little bit more on the very outer corner. This is a beautiful, again, shimmery shade. I'm going out tonight. There's a great occasion to go out. So we're going out to a really nice restaurant, so I want a bit of a smokier look, although in the afternoon I do have my academic day. But I'm not going to get back home to redo my makeup, and I really wanted to have somewhat of a evening appropriate look. I'm going to go ahead and go back into that burgundy shade and align my lower lash line again. Do you hear? That's rain. That's rain. It's raining outside. So here we go. I really like how these colors look together. It's a pretty intense color combination, and I don't usually go for much color or much intensity, but today is a special day. I'm going to go ahead and pull out my brush again. I did clean it out after my brows, and I'm going to dip into this chocolatey brown color. I'm not going to do a cat wing liner, but I am going to line my lashes with it. It's a deeper color to work with, and it's just nice to smudge right at the lash line for a little bit of extra dimension. Again, I'm not going for like a full-on crazy smoky look, but it's pretty bright for me. And for I'm just trying to cover both occasions, both work related, but really I'm doing an evening eye because that's what the intention is. So I'm happy at how this is turning out. This is nice and smoky and pretty and just festive and fall-like. I'm enjoying this, and this is not a cat eye, but it's just a bit of a smudgier color at the base of the lashes on the top. And I'm doing the same on this side. Okay, I think that's quite enough. Now I'm going to make sure everything is well blended, and that's going to be the shadow for today. Like I said, pretty cranberry, really shimmery and festive looking. I'm going to take a fluffy blender and just sort of blend through the crease and make sure everything looks uniform. It generally pretty much does anyway. This is the look. You can always throw in a bit of a black eyeliner and it's going to look even more festive. I really enjoy what's going on right now. I'm going to go ahead and take my baby doll mascara volume Effet Fossile from YSL. I love this one. I've had a full tube of it before and I was really happy to receive the sample tube. I was shopping at YSL pretty recently, a couple months ago really, and so I was really happy to get that as a sample because it's one of my all-time favorites. I love the little brush, it doesn't smudge things around, I love the formula, it stays super put, and I like it when mascaras give me those really separated fluttery lashes without giving me clumps or anything annoying like that. Then I have to separate or fix or add another mascara. This is a really good one. So this is a single coat, and again, such a small dainty brush that it does a good job with the lower lashes as well. All in one, right? Easy makeup, please. Do not make it complicated for me. Makeup is supposed to be fun, not work. And I'm gonna throw on the second coat for the lashes. Like I said, it's a pretty dramatic look for me. I don't think it's so insane that you can't, like, you can only wear it to a freaking ballroom, right? But it's more than what I usually wear. So it's quite a lot. There we go. I don't think I'll do a highlighter because the blush already has a bit of glow with it, so I don't feel the need to add anything else. I am going to go ahead and add a lip color, and for that I'm going to be using my Bite Beauty Pepper. And this is a mauvey, beautiful mauvey shade that goes super well with this kind of makeup. It's really nice and creamy. It's not too dark, it's not too light. Gorgeous formula and a gorgeous shade. So this is my look for today. I'm going to, I can show you the dress I'll be wearing too. It's going to be a sort of a day to evening transitional look with makeup and with the clothes. So this is the dress I'm wearing today. It's just a little burgundy shirt dress, not too fancy, hits right above my knee. So it's a compromise. Not too fancy, not too casual. And I can always unbutton another button and it's going to become more evening. I'm not going to wear tons of jewelry, but I am thinking of wearing bigger earrings. And that's going to be my look for today. I hope it was fun for you to watch. See you guys later. Have a good day. Bye-bye.